morning, Emerson. Popular protests rock France amid economic turmoil.
And the nation remembers President George H.W. Bush.
All that and more today, Wednesday, December 5th.
Stay right there.
I'm Juliana Bruno.
And I'm Angel Salcido.
We have an exciting show planned for today.
Maya Simon and Stephanie Galvin are here to talk to us about Emerson Fights Aids, an amazing organization on campus.
But first, here are this week's top stories. President George H.W. Bush was pronounced dead at 94 years old. His death comes less than 8 months after his wife Barbara died at age 92. They had been married 73 years. Over the past few years, the 41st president's health had started to decline. He suffered from several problems ranging from Parkinson's disease to bronchitis. Mr. Bush served more than 40 years of public service. He served one term as president, being beaten for re-election by then Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton. He also served as vice president for 2 terms under Ronald Reagan.
Anti-government protests in France continue. The protests were spurred by an increase in gasoline tax, but have been built up by deeper problems France has seen for years, which includes a declining living standard and low economic growth. The riots have grown more violent over the past few weeks, with protesters burning cars and smashing windows. A confrontation with riot police in Paris led to the releasing of tear gas on the crowd. President of France Emmanuel Macron returned to Paris from the G20 summit and assessed the damage. A government spokesman says France is considering issuing a state of emergency to prevent what has been considered some of the worst civil unrest in more than a decade.
The G20 summit came to a close this past Saturday. The summit took place in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where G20 leaders met to discuss the U.S.-China trade war, among other international issues. The top story from the summit was U.S. President Donald Trump agreeing to hold off raising tariffs on January 1st on $200 billion in Chinese goods. Chinese President Xi Jinping also agreed to buy products from the U.S. to decrease the U.S. trade deficit. Trump was also heard off camera telling an aide, "Get me out of here," and abruptly walking off of stage even while the other world leaders posed for a picture.
Special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation may be reaching its endgame soon. Mueller's prosecutions have told defense lawyers that they've been working up some loose ends in the investigation. This week, Trump ally Roger Stone stated that there is no circumstance under which he would testify against the president. In a tweet, Trump praised Stone's guts in comparison to Michael Cohen, who has cooperated with the investigation. Democrats take over the House in January. They've made it clear that they will protect Mueller and the investigation if Trump attempts to stop it.
Over 500 educators have started the first charter school network strike in U.S. history. The strike in Chicago has shut down 15 schools, which service a total of 7,000 children. The union leading the strike is asking for higher pay for teachers and support staff, as well as a program that allows classroom assistants to become lead teachers. Randy Weingarten, president of the American Federation of Teachers, says what you're seeing in a bunch of the different charter schools is that teachers are saying we want to make a career helping kids in this structure, but we need to have the conditions kids need and the pay we need.
The popular blog site Tumblr is banning adult content. The platform was never explicitly a place for porn, but was always saturated with it anyways. Hours after they announced that porn, GIFs, videos, and pictures of genitalia would be a thing of the past, sex workers panicked and users threatened to leave. Online petitions to keep porn on Tumblr got thousands and thousands of signatures. The ban does not include words, so erotica will still be permitted on the site.
Let's go to Francis Hoy for a detailed weather report. Francis?
Good morning, Emerson. Today we will see a mix of sunshine and clouds with a high of 35 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. Tomorrow will be similar with temperature ranging around 30s. On Friday, the temperature will go down a little bit with a high of 37 degrees and a low of 20 degrees. Saturday and Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-30s and a low around 20 degrees. Next Monday, we will start to see some clouds and temperature will range from the low 30s to the low 20s. Good luck to all of you during finals. Reporting for GME Weather, I'm Francis Hui. We will be back after these messages.
Russia.
Bailey, what are you doing here?
We're getting the relay back together.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Narratively, it makes no sense, but I got an email this morning saying you need to take this and run that way for like 20 minutes.
Run. Yeah, I'm in heels.
Go, 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 go! What is she reading? Dianetics. What?
All right, Joey, you've been good all summer. You've had a diet of grass and water and leaves. Now it's time to feast. There we go.
Joey!
So good.
Joey!
Yeah? Oh, right, the email.
I should really start checking my email.
Sorry, I passed out a few times.
Cool, gimme. Oh, hey Izzy, you're so close. I barely got to run.
Sorry, I can't talk. I gotta find Maya.
Cool. But I'm the health and fitness host.
Maddie, I don't feel too good.
Hey Izzy, I have a meeting on the top floor of the Prudential building. Elevators are broken, so you're gonna have to run. Maya. Oh no.
Izzy! Oh, Maya, but your note.
Yeah, I got out of my meeting early.
Oh, cool. We really avoided a whole situation.
Yeah, so,
Oh, all right, the baton.
all right, well, see ya.
Yeah, see you at the party.
Why did they leave me? Fast forward rewind was all I had. What is this?
It's a call for help. So, will you?
Yes! Yes! 1,000 times yes!
Catch Fast Forward Rewind right here on the Emerson channel.
Your one-stop shop for all things orientation.
Come see our shows live at 7 o'clock all of next week.
Can't wait to see you there! See ya!
Welcome back to Good Morning Emerson.
Hey Angel, I think you're really gonna like this joke today. How does Cher eat her eggs?
How?
Sunny side up. Sunny and Cher.
Yes, yeah, I got it. Let's hand it over to our entertainment correspondents for the top celebrity stories.
Hey guys. So West was called out by one of the actors in the new Broadway musical The Cher Show. Apparently the rapper was spotted in the audience on his phone during Monday night's opening performance. Jared Spector, who portrays Sonny Bono in the musical, tweeted about West and proper theater etiquette. He basically called him out for using his phone. Surprisingly enough, though, Kanye apologized. So my question for you, Julie, does Kanye deserve to be called out because he was on his phone, and we all do it?
Yeah.
Or
no.
does he?
I mean, although I do think it's disrespectful for anyone to do that, you know, it's obviously important to live in the moment and stay off your phone. I think we're just holding him to too high of a standard. You know, like if it was the person next to him on his phone, like no one would really care.
And I think it's like just not a big deal.
And he's busy. You know what I
he's a
mean?
busy
So-
guy, and Kim wanted to be there, and also he apologized. So like,
Yeah.
good for him.
He never. I feel like he's done worse.
He never apologized.
Yeah, and he like doesn't really own up to like those.
Yeah, remember
you
when
know,
tweet about slavery, and I'm like,
Yeah, we know.
it's not a big deal.
Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas got married last week. The newlyweds got married in India and had a multi-day celebration which included a traditional Christian wedding ceremony as well as a Hindu wedding ceremony. As the traditional Hindu Sangeet ceremony, the families of the stars competed in a fierce song and dance competition for entertainment purposes. After the royal wedding earlier this year, Amog, are you over these high-profile weddings or were you waiting on the details?
Well, I am over these high-profile weddings, but like, I gotta look out for other Indians out there. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like,
Represent.
good for Priyanka for like, you know.
And you're a fan of hers.
I'm okay. I was in the Bollywood. Okay, I don't watch a lot of Bollywood movies, but like when I was younger, I used to watch it with my grandma, and my mom, and so like I kind of saw when she first started out as an actress.
Yeah, so
and
you
then
watched her
now-
like evolve. And
Yeah, I
stuff,
watched her
yeah.
like evolve, and so like, it's been cool. I think she's lost like her charm a little bit.
Ooh.
But like, you know, who am I? Whatever. Anyways, so Pete Davidson posted a picture on Instagram saying how basically, despite being private and respectful about his breakup with Ariana, and despite his openness of his mental health, he's still receiving online and verbal bullying. Ariana Grande then posted a picture on Instagram asking her fans to be gentler, essentially saying how she can only endorse positivity and forgiveness. I, of course, think it's terrible for Pete Davidson to
Definitely.
receive this kind of bullying.
Yeah, he does not deserve this. I think it's crazy because I follow him on Instagram actually, and when they broke up, he deactivated his account, and then just recently he reactivated to post his statement. So, you know, I feel like he tries to keep as low profile, like as low of a profile as possible. So the fact that he's still receiving like this obscene amount of hate and like negative, you know, negative
Just
energy
don't be
from everyone.
mean.
Yeah, like they broke up. Who cares? I understand
Yeah.
you're a fan of Ariana, but he didn't do anything, you know?
Don't be mean to Pete. Stop.
Leave Pete
Don't
alone.
be mean to Pete.
It has been revealed that a Call Me By Your Name sequel is already in the works. Since the movie's release, the director said he planned to make not one, but 2 movies following the 2 epilogues in the book. The book's author has also stated his desire to make a follow-up for the original book and movie. So, Amog, what do you think? Did you watch the film?
I did not
I
watch
didn't
the
either.
film. Someone told me earlier it's a movie where like there's like a younger boy.
There's an age difference?
There's an age difference.
Okay, I heard that too.
I mean,
So let's talk about age differences
let's talk about
in
age
relationships.
difference. Yes,
Yeah.
because we're no longer entertainment anymore. We're social issues.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's whatever. I don't want to like, you know, knock
It's
on
kinda,
anything.
I don't know if I did it.
Yeah, I think it's a little weird. Someone told me earlier with the EP, she doesn't like it, wherever she is, if she's watching.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I assume it's a good movie.
Yeah, I'll have
They're
to check
making
it
a second
out.
one. They're making a sequel if
Yeah,
you didn't
so it
hear.
has to
But
be
like,
good.
you know.
All right, well, now let's go to Danielle Finezza with local Boston and Massachusetts stories.
Sad news for Boston bar hoppers. The Tam, a popular dive bar on Tremont Street, announced its closure in a Facebook post on Sunday. Don't cry yet, this closure is temporary. New owners plan to reopen the bar eventually, but have no specific timeline. The Greater Boston Bar Company had purchased the building along with several other dive bars around the city. Locals worry the Tam will lose its character under this new ownership. Well, since you can't go to the Tam this Friday, here's another idea. Urban Axes, Boston's first axe-throwing bar, will be opening in Somerville. Customers will be able to enjoy food and a full alcohol menu. Owners plan to open the bar in the next few weeks. Alcohol and axes seem like a dangerous combination, but the company ensures that safety is a top priority. Customers will complete thorough training before throwing, and the arenas have been designed with safety in mind. The building can hold around 100 axe throwers at a time. Governor Charlie Baker is calling for the removal of a Newton judge. Judge Shelley Joseph allegedly helped an undocumented immigrant avoid detainment during a court case. Baker wants Joseph to be temporarily removed from the bench while a federal grand jury investigates her actions. Baker has said that Joseph, quote, clearly violated the court's own policies and should not hear criminal cases until the matter is resolved. That's all from me on local news. Let's head over to Jade Lopez for the latest sports stories.
Thanks, Danielle, and good morning, Emerson. The Pittsburgh Steelers played the Los Angeles Chargers on December 2nd. Near the game's end of the second quarter, officials missed a clear false start directly before Phillip Rivers fired a touchdown pass to Travis Benjamin, scoring for the Chargers. I can't see. The camera. Officials also missed a block on the back of the Chargers' punt return for a score with just under 13 minutes left in the game. In the end, the Steelers lost 33-30. Urban Meyer is retiring as the Ohio State football coach after his final game in the Rose Bowl due to health problems. In 2014, the 54-year-old had surgery on a brain cyst that was causing him severe headaches. While Meyer repeatedly stated his intentions to coach next season, he revealed to sources in October that his condition was getting more serious. He added that he had no intentions of coaching anywhere else except for Ohio State. His contract was extended in April through 2022, but now, however, his final game will be January 1st, 2019, when the Buckeyes take on Washington. The Washington Redskins quarterback Colt McCoy fractured his fibula on Monday night's game against the Eagles, and he will be out for the remainder of the season. McCoy was filling in for Alex Smith, who needed surgery to repair a compound fracture in his right leg. The injury leaves the Redskins in the hands of Mark Sanchez. Jordan Reed, a tight end, is now the emergency quarterback and filled in for the rest of Monday night's game. The Redskins are currently at 6 wins and 6 losses and are third in the NFC East division. That's all for sports news today, and we'll be right back after these messages.
They leave me. Fast forward rewind was all I had. What is this? It's a call for help. So, will you?
Yes! Yes! 1,000 times yes! Rewind right here on the Emerson channel.
Your one-stop shop for all things orientation.
Come see our shows live at 7 o'clock all of next week.
Can't wait to see you there.
See ya!
There's a live studio audience and they're just gonna laugh at everything we say and it's gonna be awesome. It's just this never-ending cycle of positivity and community and late night content. I'm gonna wear a suit, you should probably wear one too. What do you think?
I think you should drink up, because it's closing time.
Alright, coming back in 10 seconds. Ready, camera one. Camera one, get a wide shot of the entire thing, and in 3, 2, 1, take talent cue.
Welcome back to Emerson College. Emerson
Camera
trails
4, get a shot of the players coming across the court.
10 seconds left. Emerson trails by 1 point. As
Camera 2 close on the person shooting.
Thanks, Joe. With 10 seconds left, Emerson is hoping to pull away and score this big one.
Camera 1, get a close up, follow them over.
Emerson trails WPI 10 points. 10 seconds left. Emerson trails by 1 point as the team finishes their timeout.
Camera 1, close up on number 33.
Thanks, Joe. With 10 seconds left, Emerson is hoping to pull away.
Follow the ball, follow the ball.
Welcome back to Good Morning Emerson.
Emerson Fights Aids is an incredible organization at Emerson.
Let's take a look at what they do with leaders Maya Simon and Stephanie Galvin.
My name is Maya Simon. I am the events director of the Musical Theater Society Board, and I'm also the chair of the 2018 Emerson Fights Aids event. So MTS is the Musical Theater Society, so our main purpose is we're a student theater organization on campus, and we are the only student theater organization on campus that exclusively produces musicals, and we serve that community on campus. A passion project of ours for the past couple of years has been the Emerson Fights AIDS Week. So we work with Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, and we're actually their largest collegiate donor. And for the last 17 years, we've done a week-long fundraising event that culminates in our EFA Gala. The Gala is our biggest event of the semester, of the year. It's mainly a fundraising event. We have a miscast cabaret like Equity Fights AIDS does, where students on campus who have the talent of voice sing songs that they normally wouldn't get to sing, and it's a lot of fun. We have a catered event, a catered meal. We have donations from local businesses as well as Broadway theaters and Broadway Cares. So we have an amazing silent auction with a whole bunch of items that are for a bunch of different price ranges. So a lot of students are able to purchase holiday gifts there. It's a great way to unite the student theater community and just the Emerson community in general. I got involved with MTS through EFA. I mainly want to do fundraising, so this event really spoke to me, and the fact that MTS takes time out of their season to produce such an incredible week of fundraising and philanthropy was really important to me. So I joined with the hope of eventually having this position, so it's very exciting to me. We're doing a whole bunch of really interesting events this year, and it really was a chance for me to personalize it and make it a unique year. We're going to be focusing a lot on the fact that Emerson Musical Theater Society has been doing this event for 17 years, which is huge. So we're going to be doing a lot of history, and we're pulling a lot of things out of the archives to show off pictures and relics of our past EFA galas. I think that a lot of student orgs on campus have been around for a lot longer than we think about, and we don't realize how much work that they've done because we're only here for 4 years at a time. So it means a lot to me to be a part of an organization that has such a strong history of philanthropy and giving back and uniting the theater community and the Emerson community. I'd really like it to feel like it's not just a musical theater thing. I think musical theater can be very off-putting to people who aren't part of that community already, but we all know that this campus loves musical theater. Everyone has a favorite, and I want this event to feel welcoming to all majors, non-performance, performance, and all the other student theater orgs on campus. You never have to be a musical theater major or a performance major to audition for any of our shows or to participate on our board. We have communication disorders majors, we have non-performance majors, we have film majors. If you can sing and you can dance, or like me, you can't do either, but you like to organize and you like to be part of the like-minded crew who enjoy the same types of theater, then this is the place for you.
Oh, welcome to the show, both of you. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
So how did each of you guys come to work with Emerson Fights Aids?
So Emerson Fights Aids is put on by the Musical Theater Society every year, and we're both members of the Musical Theater Society board.
Awesome.
Okay, so why do you think Emerson Fights Aids is an important org to have on a college campus?
I think that, AIDS is something that affects so many people, and way more people than anyone realizes, and just educating people, college students especially, on the dangers of AIDS, AIDS prevention, how we can raise support for people with HIV and AIDS is something that is so crucial and, yeah, super important to bring to a college campus.
I think a lot of people also don't realize that it's still something that is affecting so many people today, that HIV is still prevalent and still a problem that needs to be recognized and researched.
So do either of you want to pursue a future in activism for any specific cause?
I want to work in development, so I was drawn to this organization because I would get a chance to work on a fundraiser at this scale.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm personally very interested in working with the transgender community, working in the world of voice and voice therapy, working with those individuals. That's something I'm really passionate about.
Awesome. And so you've mentioned that this week there are going to be some events. Could you kind of talk about those with us and what you guys have planned?
Definitely. Yeah, we kicked off the week this past weekend with the Musical Theater Society's second production of the semester. It was Heather's the Musical. That was an amazing event. We sold out both shows. It was incredible. Then on Sunday, we had a Broadway Zumba class hosted by a musical theater student. Again, super successful, so much fun. Later this week on this upcoming Saturday, we have our annual EFA Gala and Miscast Cabaret. There's going to be performances by all sorts of students, so much fun, lots of great food, and then we wrap up the week with a master class hosted by Broadway actress Ali Stroker.
Wow, that is so exciting. I'm personally a huge fan of Ali Stroker. I had no idea that was happening. So what other orgs are you both involved in at Emerson?
So we're both involved pretty heavily in the student theater community. We like this organization a lot because this is a great event to draw together the entire student theater community. I'm also involved in the Hillel board, which does a little bit of activism, and Alpha Epsilon Phi.
Yeah, on campus, I'm a student ambassador, so I'm really involved with that, working a lot in admissions, giving tours, that sort of thing.
So what is the number one thing you guys want people at Emerson, students and faculty, to understand about AIDS?
This is not some historical problem. It's still happening. It's still something we need to be aware of. Broadway Cares, the organization that we're raising money for, has been doing really incredible work for many, many, many years, and the Broadway community has been so affected by this. So this isn't just an old problem. It's a problem that we need to be aware of and continue to fight.
Definitely, and on top of that, there's so much that anyone and everyone can do in any way, shape, and form. Even as little as donating, coming to the events, spreading the word, learning more about AIDS and HIV and how you can help.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the rest of the week pans out for you guys. I'm so excited for the Miscast Cabaret. That is such a fun event. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
It was great talking to you, and thank you for everything you guys do at Emerson.
Well, that is all we have for you today.
Tune in next week for our final show of the semester.
From Good Morning Emerson, I'm Juliana.
And I'm Angel.
Thanks for waking up with us.